And what? I love being black. All right, people, y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me for being late. I definitely was on time, but that old sleep came upon me and just grabbed me and just held me down. And before I realized it, I was sleeping and didn't know. A lot of times you don't know you sleep until you wake up. And I said, man, I woke up, I was like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be live. But I'm here, people. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is your boy, Martin Johnson, aka The Crime Chaser. I am live, uncut, and unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. We got a great show tonight, the new Chicago American Plan. And a lot of you are familiar with Mr. Mark Carter. A lot of you guys know who he is. You've seen him in different protests here in the city of Chicago. You've seen him on YouTube and all types of stuff, you know. So I'm gonna put his picture up so you guys will know Mark is. And I appreciate you guys. Been going through. We had death in the family. I've not been feeling well, so we just got to keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. I always tell people death hits differently when it comes to your doorstep or your window. And I tell people all the time, it becomes your reality. To others, it's just news. A baby shot, a boy shot, a man shot, a woman shot. It's just news. But when it come on you like that, when it come to you, Brother Mark is here already, people. We're going to be taking calls. I appreciate you, Mark, for coming on for the last few minutes. And I'm just trying to get the people wind up. I was late, Mark. I'm sorry, bro. No fault of yours. And I need you guys to, I need you guys to start sharing the video. And I want you guys to call in and ask questions because there's some things. And Mark, only thing I ask you, man, just try not to do that cuss. I know you love this dude. You the hell raiser. And I want you to raise hell tonight. And we're not cussing in that sense, but just tell the truth and shame the devil. So we're definitely going to have you guys call in. A lot of you guys know Mark. He's been viral all around the country. I got one of the videos myself have done.
For them, you're gonna have the same office for us.
That's right.
Remember this, Mark.
You don't hear any other community talking this plural talk.
That's right.
They strictly speak for themselves.
You got to.
The Chinese in Chinatown speak for Chinese, right?
That's right.
The Greeks in Greektown speak for Greeks.
That's right.
The Hispanics in Little Village speak for Hispanics.
That's right.
Rightfully so. And black people speak for black people.
Oh, yes, sir.
Black Americans.
Good.
We're not African American. We're not people of color. We're not black and brown, minority,
That's right.
BIPOC, none of that.
None of that.
People, no, none of that. This is about our people demanding the resources, just as you're giving these people, these newcomers who are walking into this
That's
country.
right. You were right. Thank
And
you.
sister's correct. How do you take a new group of people that have paid no taxes, can't vote, and you put them in front of the voters?
I'm not going to pay them no damn taxes.
And so we say this to you, Mayor, Governor, President. If you think that they're that powerful that you have to acquiesce and answer to them over us, then you tell them to vote for you in these next elections.
That's right.
You tell them to support your Democratic National Convention. And we're going to show you how we feel about the Democratic National
Turn
Convention.
it out.
Thank you.
If you think you're going to have a peaceful Democratic National Convention in the city of Chicago while our people are starving,
That's right.
stay tuned.
You guys remember that video? That's one of the videos that went viral of Mark. I think I was there myself and another news media outlet. We both went viral on that. I believe that was December. I think that was the 23rd, December 2023. I think that's around it. So a lot of you guys are familiar with Mark. Mark says some things that we are afraid of saying. We think it, but we don't say it. It's almost like a person, he or she thinks negatively. They don't say it, but they thinking it. And Mark is that type, and he's for real, people. He don't play. He speak his mind, and sometimes it may not come out the way you want it to come, but he's gonna tell the truth and shame the devil. And we invited him back on this platform. We got a lot to talk about, people. We got some concrete evidence of what we're talking about. I need you guys to please hit the like button, the share button, the subscribe button. Hit it, people, because I guarantee you're going to learn something tonight. You definitely going to learn something and what goes on. We definitely going to learn. And a lot of you guys don't like this type of talk, but it's necessary. Some conversations, people, we just have to have. We're tired of being left behind. We're tired of people telling us we begging and all this type of stuff. How are we begging when we pay into the system? We're some of the same people that we pay taxes on our homes. We pay taxes on a car. We pay taxes on our food. We pay taxes on everything. So don't let nobody shame you because you're asking for something. You put the work in and you're demanding a return, Black people. I'm going to play the video one more time, and we're going to bring Mark on. He on right now because I need you guys to come on in. And this is a famous video. This is just a little snippet of it.
Office for them, you're going to have the same office for us.
That's right.
You don't hear any other community talking this plural talk.
That's right.
They strictly speak for themselves.
You got to.
The Chinese in Chinatown speak for Chinese, right?
That's right.
The Greeks in Greek towns speak for Greeks.
Right.
The Hispanics in Little Village speak for Hispanics.
That's right.
Rightfully so. And Black people speak for Black people.
Oh, yes, sir.
Black Americans.
Yes, sir.
We're not African American. We're not people of color. We're not black and brown, minority,
That's right.
BIPOC, none of
None of that.
that. People, no, none of that. This is about our people demanding the resources, just as you're giving these people, these newcomers who are walking into this
That's
country.
right. You were right. Thank
And
you.
sister's correct. How do you take a new group of people that have paid no taxes, can't vote, and you put them in front of the voters?
I'm not going to pay them no damn taxes.
And so we say this to you, Mayor, Governor, President. If you think that they're that powerful that you have to acquiesce and answer to them over us, then you tell them to vote for you in these next elections.
That's right.
You tell them to support your Democratic National Convention. And we're going to show you how we feel about the Democratic National
Turn
Convention.
it out. Thank you.
If you think you're going to have a peaceful Democratic National Convention in the city of Chicago while our people are starving,
That's right.
stay tuned.
And people, let me just say this, and I want to say that in love, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And a lot of us, we always taking up for other folks. We walk past the people that look like us. We really do. And what you see on the screen, it said the Chicago New Americans Plan. There's a plan that's in play, that has been in play for years. It said building a thriving and welcoming city. Now, if you notice, and I didn't know about this plan until Mark Carter brought it to me. If you notice, they never mention Black people. They never mention African Americans, color folks. They never mention in this. So we're going to talk about this tonight, and I'm going to come on in, Mark, and educate us. And Mark is our special guest tonight, so he's going to be taking questions. He's going to be speaking. And Mark, talk to us, brother. Talk to us. I hear you loud and clear. Go ahead. Go. Okay, hold on, Mark. Oh my God, hold on, y'all. Man, you got to start all over, Mark. I know what the problem is. Oh my God, I am so sorry, y'all. Falling asleep on the job. I'm telling you, my fault, people. I'll make it up to you guys. I know what it is. Thank you, Mark. I haven't even read them comments either. I'm looking at the comments, putting the comments up. Hold on, I know exactly what's the problem is. Okay,
I'm reading
good.
comments from the
It's
second
good,
phone.
good. Okay, all right. I got it. I'm gonna take care of that right now, people. All right, all right,
Mm-hmm.
all right. Wow, Mark, you got to start all over. Okay, if you can hear him now, uh, type in yes in the comment section. Go ahead, Mark. Continue to talk. Let's see if they can hear you. If you can hear, go talk, Mark. Start all over
So
again.
testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. If y'all can hear me, um, give me a thumbs up, or give us a thumbs up, or put a message in. Let us know if you can hear me. I can read your comment as as they come in. So
Y'all
y'all can
forgive
hear
me.
me.
Yeah, it's Mark Carter on the screen. I'm so sorry, people. I apologize. He was talking for 5 minutes, and I'm telling you, people, when you're working and man, putting the work in, I'll tell you, like Mark said, man, I just nodded off. Okay, they said they can't hear, so
Man,
all right.
Martin, for the past few years, we've been in overtime,
Uh-huh.
fighting for our people, man, and speaking up for our people, man. And so sometimes we get tired, man, and don't let us already be working and then we eat some of that food. We gonna get itis then. We gonna suffer from that itis
Uh-huh.
then. So uh, I'm pretty sure the people um, don't charge it to our heads, but charge it to our hearts. You know what I'm saying? Because they
Right.
know that we care about them. And
Right.
so I just want to say again,
And
when
matter
it
of
comes to
fact,
this Office of New American,
yeah, before you
mm-hmm.
get started, Mark, real quick, introduce yourself. And we got one call already. Introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you. For those that don't know you, of those have heard about you, just tell us a little bit about yourself. How long you've been doing this type of work and your passion, and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes. Again, I want to thank me, and it's been a few years since the election rolled around that we've been on that we have since we've been on together. But Mark Carter, and I've been out here for almost 30 years now, man. I mean, fighting on the front line for our people, and never did I ever think where we would have to take second seat to a bunch of illegals. And so I fought for the last 30 years around jobs issues, contracts, and police shootings. Along with some of my partners, Paul McKinley and Joseph Watkins, may he rest in peace. These were some of the guys that when we connected the South and West Side together, um, you know, um, we started lighting the streets up, man, lighting the political scene up. When Daley was mayor, there was nowhere Daley could come that we didn't protest his ass, and we let him know that you were not peacefully coming to our community while you starve our people. Not going to happen, right? It wasn't going to happen, and And so, like I say, I've been around almost 30 years now, and I'm over 50 now. I mean, I was probably 25, 26 years old when I first got into this stuff, man. And I looked around and and had become a grandfather. You know what I mean? And to my children who were growing up as I was starting the movement, and but it leads us to now, where, like I say, never did I ever think a day would come where we would be, and when we would be put second to a bunch of illegal people that flooded into this country. Now, we hear a whole lot about the illegal immigrants that were brought here and sent here by the Republicans, but nobody ever talks about Joe Biden opening that floodgate to bring them into Texas. And so when that governor of Texas, said to them that since y'all want to bring the illegal immigrants in and y'all love them so much in your sanctuary cities, then as you bring them here, then I'm going to send them up to them sanctuary cities that you claim that you love immigrants so much, and where you claim you love the illegal immigrants so much, and legal immigrants. And so there, and that's when we really saw this Office of No Americans really spin off and spin into motion. It had been going on since 2011. And, I kept getting on the radio and warning people that this Office of No Americans was harmful, and they weren't listening. But then, within the last 4 years, and Joe Biden was in office, man, they kind of woke up. And since then, the people have been waking up. And let me say it this way. We don't owe it to no damn body. No damn body. I don't care what.
For them, you want to have the same office for us.
That's right.
My fault, Mark. My fault.
You don't hear any other community talking this plural talk.
Hold on. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mark. Mark, matter of fact, Mark, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, you got a caller real quick. Unless he was holding on for a while. Mark is one of the black medias here in the city of Chicago. Marcus, what's your question or statement tonight? Talk to us.
Actually, I just wanted to listen in.
Okay, you cool.
But I've been knowing Mark Carter for a long time. He was out there when he was fighting for Daley. I met him, and I seen him and Paul. And I seen what they did with Daley and Inglewood one time, ran him out. So,
okay, we'll come back to you then. Okay, Mark, let's talk about a little bit about this plan that people seem to overlook, and tell us about the plan, because I got first introduced to this plan through you. Didn't know anything about it, and it sometimes it's almost like reading a comic book. You read it and you don't think nothing of it. You use imagination, but this is real. We seen in this document that I have right here on the screen. It never mentioned the word African American, blacks, color. It strictly focused on immigrants, and that's what it talked about. So they call people such as yourself, myself, all you racist, or you're a bigot, or you this and that, when we speak the truth. And I understand the truth hurts, but if somebody got to do it. And like you said, like Malcolm X said, what are we supposed to? We supposed to suffer in silence while our people are starving and bled in this country, dying, and poured our sweat and blood into this country, taking our money. We are American tax-paying citizens here in this country. Now, let me just narrow it down to the state, Illinois, Chicago. How would you like for somebody to come in your house and get better treatment than you? Ain't there something wrong with that? But go ahead, Mark. I don't mean to preach the sermon, but it's a whole lot I can say tonight, but I want you to say it.
No, the people need to hear.
Yeah.
The people need to hear what most of us have to say, because, we've been on this since we connected on it.
Right.
And, when I uncovered it, I think I was probably one of the first people that the entire city and country had heard even speak on the Office of New Americans, as well as the Chicago New Americans plan. Now, just let it sink in first and foremost that these people had the nerve to come up with a plan and openly call it the New Americans plan, right?
Right.
If you say that it's Chicago New Americans plan, then Americans, the descendants. I have to give props to Dr. Claude Anderson, right? It was Dr. Claude Anderson who enlightened and educated us that these plans like this and actions were underway. It was brand new to us as 25, 26-year-old activists who first met him in the late 90s, early 2000s. And man, he would often come here, and whenever he came to town, he would educate us more and more. He would inform us and let us know that they were already moving on Black Americans in California, and that the next move was for them to do the same here. Now, I have to say this, look, for political purposes, and this is to your listening audience, never refer to yourself as African Americans from this day forward. Never refer to yourself as African Americans. Reason being is because Barack Obama quietly tried to change the United States Code from Negro to African American, and from Negro to African American. Let me tell y'all why. You first have to know that Negro was a name they played down and made it seem ugly and dirty. You know why? Because that was our power. Our power was in the word Negro, and it still is in the word Negro, right? And so when y'all heard them start talking this African American talk, that basically allows all of our resources to go to any of these people of dark skin to tie in based on this African American garbage. Africans are not on the team with us as a people. Africans are on the team with other immigrant groups. Let me say this so y'all can be crystal clear that these Africans are on the team with other immigrants. And I'm going to show it to you in this plan. I'll show you that with African Fest, that those people in that African Fest are on board with the Mexicans and all those different people. I'm talking about even the Black Americans that are there, a lot of them, because a lot of them are Pan-Africans. The Pan-Africanist movement is a movement that is centered around taking care of everybody but us. The Pan-African movement protects and supports and gives all resources to every immigrant known to man. When it comes to us, we are not included. And so if you can scroll down,
Okay.
Martin.
Where you want me to go to?
Page.
What page?
Page 46. I think it's page 46, 47, and 48 or 52.
Okay. Let me get to it.
I want to show them this so they'll understand what's happening here. And never, from this day forward, ever call themselves African Americans. African Americans is code word for gives everything to everybody but us. Okay?
Okay.
They're not on the team with us. And see, I'm not going to lie to my people to keep a friend, okay? Which is what a lot of our own people did to us. They lied to us.
Okay. I'm on 46.
Go to page 40. No, go to the actual page is at the bottom. Look at the page at the bottom, which is 44.
44. Okay, hold on. Let me go to
page
44. Page 40. Okay, 44. Yes. Okay. All right.
Okay, go to 44.
Okay.
45 and 46.
Okay. All right. This the Office of New Americans thank all the members. What do you mean you do? Go ahead.
Yeah, you see those pages there?
Yeah.
I'm going to show y'all right there.
Well, right. Now, right here.
Let me show you. Yes. So when you look at the Office of New Americans Advisory committee members, right? Now, if you look at those organizations, you can pretty much tell what group that each one of these organizations represent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Scroll back to page 44,
Okay.
45, and 46.
Okay. It's
Okay.
44.
So you see those names. It's like the multilingual connection, Central Sin Fronteras or whatever that is, right? You see the names of those organizations?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Look, the Asian American Institute, the Illinois Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, the South Asian American Policy and Research Institute. These, you can tell by the names of those organizations what ethnic group they represent. Well, look, no, go back to page 44.
Okay, I'm on
I'm going to
44.
show you something. Okay. If you keep going down that list, right up under the Council of Islamic Organizations of Greater Chicago, what do you see?
Hold on, let me find it. Exactly what you. Okay, this is Office
The
of
Council of Islamic Organizations of Greater Chicago. The very next organization is the United African Organization.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it.
And then the Polish American Association, and then El Vala, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you see the Muslims, you see Africans, the Polish community, and the Hispanic community, Mexicans or whatever, Mexicans or Puerto Ricans, right? As a matter of fact, you see Latino Progresendo, the Council of Islamic Organizations of Greater Chicago, United African Organization, the Polish American Association, El Valor, Central Sin for all those are different ethnic groups. And guess what? They all met at the table together. They all are on the same team when it comes to immigration. So from this day forward, do not refer to yourself as no damn African American. Okay? For political purposes, do not refer to yourself as African Americans. So, and when you do, what you're doing is basically taking our resources, giving them over to these people while they align themselves with every other immigrant group to undermine us. Now, when you go to the very next page,
okay,
at the very bottom, on the next page, you see the name of that organization at the bottom?
Mm. Okay.
Called Africa International House.
Okay,
Africa International House.
Hold on, let me see if I see that.
Right there. It should be right there where you're looking at on that page. Scroll back up a little bit.
Okay.
The last organization on there.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
See that African International House?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, and you see all those different Hispanic churches and things like that, right?
Right.
The Chinese American Service League. And what I'm showing y'all is when you're referring to yourself as African American, you are helping these Africans further themselves while they are linked up. Instead of helping you, they're linked up helping every other ethnic group but ours. You even got the Illinois Department of Human Services, got the Illinois Welcoming Center. Whenever y'all hear that welcoming talk, that welcoming city talk, they talking about illegal immigrants and immigrants alike. And so this plan was rolled out to give every resources from jobs to contracts to housing to education resources, everything to these immigrants, and not just here in Chicago. When you look up the New Americans plan under Barack Obama, he started a task force in Washington, D.C. when he was president, where he brought 50 mayors to the White House. And again, they started what was called the New Americans Task Force, the task force for New Americans, right? And everything that I'm saying to you, you can Google it, look it up, and it's been in existence since Barack Obama was president. It has not changed. And no matter what administration comes in under the Democratic Party, they push this, right? Make no mistake, when you look at these Democrat cities, and you're going to hear me mention a lot about the Democrat cities because we don't live in Republican cities. We live in Democrat cities. As a matter of fact, they call them Democrat strongholds. And Chicago is one of the Democrat strongholds, right? And none of this could happen without the complicity of our so-called Black leadership. I'm talking about these national organizations from the fraternities to the sororities to Operation Push, the Nation of Islam, all these different groups have been sitting at the wheel while this is happening to us. And if any of them beg to differ, then call me to the carpet, and we're gonna have a discussion about it. That I've been watching this since 2011, and I've been listening to Dr. Claude Anderson since the late 90s. And everything that man pointed out to us, we saw it unfold, especially in the last 4 years. Now, for me, I really saw it in action in 2011 when they opened the first office of New Americans here in Chicago. And so we don't owe it to no group to take care of them while our children are dying and we're losing our homes and losing our communities. We don't owe nobody, no people of color. I ain't no person of color. I'm not black and brown. I don't care nothing about nobody but my people, because all those other people don't care nothing about nobody but their people. And if they say I'm xenophobic, I'm racist and all that, then yes, I am. If that means that I'm putting my people first while they put their people first, then that's considered racist and xenophobic, then I'm racist and xenophobic. I wear it like a, and as a protector and provider of my people, mainly our women and children, if I have to be the bad guy in their eyes, no, so be it. So be it. I'm not here to make friends with those that I know are the enemy of my people, that are operating out of a plan that basically says everything for them and nothing for us. And again, it cannot happen unless our leadership, because they're not leadership. It couldn't happen unless our leadership went along with it and goes along with it. And so everybody that's listening, if you do nothing else, the next time we get on this what do you call it, Martin? What do you call it? Podcast?
Yeah, whatever? The podcast. Yeah, our podcast. Yeah.
The next time we get on this podcast, y'all, I want you all to have read this plan, be able to talk black to us based on the information you read in this plan. And it's going to blow y'all mind what y'all going to find in this plan. And just because it was signed into, it was rolled out in 2011 doesn't mean that it's not still happening right now. Let me say that again to you. I'll say it this way. Even though it was rolled out in 2011, it has not stopped running over us. They're still trying to bring more of these people into the city, county, and state at the expense of us. They're still trying to flood them with all of the jobs and contracts. Now, where is that going to lead us, Martin? That's going to lead us into homelessness, more violence and murder. And then they're going to turn around and point the finger at our children and mass incarcerate them like they did us. But we're not going to stand back and stand by while they do this to our children. It's not going to happen, not on our watch.
Now, Mark.
And just as they did it in the...
Question. What do you say to black people that say that blacks, and I'm using that word black or African American loosely, we've had our chance. It's over for us. And I'm talking about people that look like you and I. What do you say about that comment?
I tell them to go to hell. I tell them to go to hell. The hell you mean that when we've had our chance? Our people got hung, dogs sicked on them, water sprayed on them. Every chance is our chance. Every damn chance is our chance. And we're not listening to no, especially black Americans, tell us a damn thing about we had our chance. As a matter of fact, anybody that think like that, we need to get the hell away from them. Separate from them. Okay? So we've had our chance, so we should get out of the way and let new people come into this country have all the resources and opportunities. No, we're not going for that. And we don't care what you goddamn Masons, Eastern Stars, and you fraternity and sorority, we Negroes are saying. Don't tell us nothing about no, we had our chance. That's high disrespect. That's high disrespect for them to say that. And I know we've heard people even talk like that. Those are the ignorant ones of our people.
Mm-hmm.
And some of those who listen to those type of people regurgitate that same parrot talk. We're not listening to them either. Hey, Martin, we the mothers and fathers of today.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody who's older and old enough to be our parents saying that ignorant mess, we don't want to hear what they have to say. But to those that are older, that stand with us, we love you and let's work together. But if you think that you're going to come up on us because you're older and you're going to feed us a bunch of garbage and lies, we're not listening. Now, if you want us to respect you, then don't you say none of that ignorant stuff around us. Every chance is our chance in the country that our people got hung, died, and everything else. And we still never receive our reparations.
Let me say another thing. So what do you think about the Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson? I know you wasn't a supporter of him. I was. And what do you think about him bringing all these illegals in and fighting, going real hard for them and not the people that look like him? What's your thoughts about that?
Well, I'll say this much. He has enough time to clean it up. And just as he worked with the governor and president, Joe Biden at the time, to accommodate these illegal immigrants, then it's run. He's showing the hell better be than did a whole bunch for us, because we're going to throw his ass on his head. If he don't hurry up and straighten out this mess that he's been involved in and give the same opportunities and resources to us as Black Americans only. I'm not talking about no people of color, black and brown. I'm not. It is not my responsibility to make sure, and us as men, it is not our responsibility to make sure no brown people, no Africans, and no Jews, and nobody else is eating. That ain't our business. We are on the business of Black Americans who descended from American chattel slavery. And if he don't find ways to make sure that our community is okay, then we're going to do everything in our power to unseat his ass. Nobody at this point, from this point on, is special to us. We don't care nothing about none of you Negroes that went to some of these old universities and went to school black and came home Greek. We don't care nothing about none of that stuff. We don't care nothing about you being no pastors. You can even be some kin to us. If you ain't talking about making sure you're going to help the least of these and the people who's been hurting under these crackers and weak things, then you're going to be replaced. And we're going to make sure that we go in overtime, unseat you. Now, that's one of the reasons why, man. Mm-hmm.
Let me say something. Now, imagine this. We were talking earlier. Now, with Lori Lightfoot administration and as well as present day Brandon Johnson, will say, I'm quite sure that we're well overspent $1 billion for illegal immigrants. I mean, and resources. So imagine that money put on the South and the West Side and the Black community. Could you tell us with that spending $1 billion within the last 6 years spent on the South and West Sides and these Black communities? That could have been great for us. So what's your thoughts about that?
Unemployment would have plummeted lower than the Depression if we had put $1 billion into Black Chicago. Now, I'm reading one of the sisters say, well, it started before Mayor Johnson. We know it started before Mayor Johnson, but Mayor Johnson got right in there and got right on board with the Office of New Americans. And so, let me say this respectfully to you, sister. All this talk where y'all try to save these people, and when it happened before them and it's not their fault, when you in that seat, it is your fault. As a matter of fact, you can keep doing it, or you can stop. So we don't want to hear none of this. It was already going on before him. You know, we don't want to hear that old talk. You know what I mean? We gonna lead the show. We gonna lead the charge, and we urge all of our people to get on board with what we're talking about. We've been out here longer than some of these been living, Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We've been out here on the front lines when some of our people wouldn't come out to a protest. I see Durante Lawson in here, man. I mean, these are people that's been on the front lines, and we talking over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
We know each other. We've known each other, bro. Why? Because we put in work, and so we don't want to hear from none of our people telling us love our enemy and give somebody a chance, and we don't want to hear none of that stuff no more. Don't even say it to us. You know,
we shall overcome.
Yeah, all that shucking and whining and weeping and wailing. We ain't finna do none of that. We ain't finna do no weeping and wailing, no hoping and praying, and no, we're gonna put some work in, and we're gonna get the benefits from it. And if anybody that we're gonna support, they're gonna be on what we on, or we're gonna find somebody to replace them.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me disclose this for the record. I ain't never voted for a Democrat. I ain't never voted for a Democrat because I know what the Democrat Party is about. And so if you see me helping a LaShawn Ford or somebody like that, man, it's because I know that this guy is willing to help black people, willing to help formerly incarcerated people with second chances so that they can take care of their families, take care of their women and children. And so those are the only type of people that I would get out and put some work in for.
Wow.
And let me tell you, Martin, most of our people don't know that when it comes to Black Chicago and the majority of all these other Caucasian groups, right?
Right.
I don't like to call them white. You know what I'm saying? Why the word white make it seem like they big and powerful. They ain't them a little bunch of splinter groups together. You got the Italians, the Irish, the Jews, the Greeks, and ain't neither one of them groups got the numbers that we got in this city. You can't get elected to nothing in this city without black folks.
Mm-hmm.
That's how powerful we are here, right?
Right.
But what I want to say to y'all is that with a large majority of those Caucasian groups and all of the black city councilmen, do y'all know that there are no white racist Republicans in this city?
Hold it.
In power?
Hold it, bro. We're talking about Chicago, right? So, Democrat ran.
Yes, sir.
So you telling me Donald Trump ain't here messing things up? Is that what you're telling me?
Donald Trump can't do nothing in this city because of the stronghold that the Democrat Party has. So don't let them tell y'all nothing about no Republicans doing nothing in this city. These are Democrats who got you homeless, who done lock your children up, who lock you up if you're up in age. These are Democrats who put building inspectors on your property, who are writing tickets on your car. These are Democrats doing this. There are no quote unquote white racist Republicans in Chicago doing nothing. And even if one of the city councilmen is Republican, he don't have no power. And then we talking on the city level, the county level, the state level, or even the federal seats as well. Do you know that all our senators and congressmen are all Democrats? Did you know that? Want you and talking about some Donald Trump and some no. On the local level, city, county, state, and federal, these are Democrats. When you look at the state of Illinois, The governor is Democrat. The lieutenant governor is not only Democrat, but a black woman. The Speaker of the House is Democrat, a black man. Now, I don't count the Attorney General in that number because he's Haitian. But when you look at from the state level or the federal level on down to the municipal city level, these are Democrats that's doing this to our communities. Stop letting them have conversations about some Republicans while these are Democrats running everything. They're running your schools. They're running our housing authority, transit authority, the water reclamation, the city colleges, the city in itself. And let me tell y'all this. The city's budget is $17 billion. That's just the city's budget. The school budget is $10 billion. The transit authority budget is between $5 and $8 billion. And I can go down the line. Well, all this money is coming to our city, and they telling us there ain't no money. And we got these high levels of unemployment with all this kind of money coming in. Now, from this day forward, you don't have an excuse to say that you didn't know, because myself and Martin is going to be here to constantly enlighten and inform and empower y'all.
Governor Pritzker, along
Okay,
with the
hold on,
Illinois
Mark. Look at this.
legislature,
Listen to this.
celebrating a new series of laws aimed at addressing racial inequities
Now
and
listen to
systemic
this.
injustices.
We have the opportunity to make
This-
fundamentally positive change that will benefit many who have been left out and left behind for far too long.
The laws prevent employers from discriminating against people with criminal records, reduce interest on payday loans, expand access to state contracts to businesses owned by minorities, women, and those with disabilities, and improve access to public housing.
It is now considered a civil rights violation to refuse to hire someone based on a criminal conviction if that conviction has nothing to do with the type of job being sought.
The push for equitable solutions for the economic problems faced by African Americans and disadvantaged Illinoisans begins here, but as everyone has already said, it does not and will not end here.
The governor signed the bills crafted by the Black Caucus into law earlier this week. Mayor Lightfoot believes the laws will help Black and brown communities in Chicago.
Because in too many of our communities, there are not banks, there are not credit unions, and our hard-working people are at the mercy of payday loans and currency exchanges, something, ladies and gentlemen, that we must stop in its tracks.
The Illinois Legislative Black Caucus says the new set of laws is a major step forward, but there is much more work left to be done to reduce inequality in the state.
Hey, if you like that video.
All right, Mark. Now, I'm quite sure you remember that, Mark. You remember that some years back.
Yeah.
And are they really implementing that right now?
Not when it comes to formerly incarcerated Black people.
That's what I'm talking
about. A lot of that, right. So what they did was roll out a lot of those bills and measures to accommodate the illegal immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to remember, when you walk across this border, not only did you break the law, you broke federal law, right?
I didn't think about that.
Law.
Wow.
And so, you know what I mean? I'm very clear what was going on and why it was going on. I've been following this stuff, like I say, since 2011 when they rolled out the Office of New Americans. And so in order to accommodate a bunch of illegal people that broke federal law, you had to relax different laws that were in place. Now, at the same time that they were relaxing the laws to accommodate the illegal immigrants, they were enforcing those the same laws on us. The existing laws, should I say. They were still enforcing existing laws. Joe Biden went so far as to coming up with what's called humanitarian parole. You ever heard of humanitarian parole?
No, I never heard of that. Be honest with you, never.
Okay, so humanitarian parole is where once these people came in from certain countries, from Ukraine, from Venezuela, Haiti, Nicaragua, Cuba, all those countries, right? Because they wanted to use them as the workforce of America Joe Biden gave them humanitarian parole, which said that that they never had to go to court, they never would be charged, and if they worked for 18 months paid, that they would give them citizenship. Now, where was the humanitarian parole for those of us that served time? Now listen to this now. We served time when we were younger for crimes committed and still didn't get a humanitarian parole program. But they were willing to give a humanitarian parole program to a bunch of people that broke, never had to go to court, never had to serve time, and they turned around and gave them jobs and contracts as well, helped them start their businesses and everything. All of this is in that Office of New Americans, the Chicago New Americans plan. When you read it, you're gonna see that they were setting the stage by relaxing the laws, and not only relaxing laws, claiming that it was for formerly incarcerated people, but they were also relaxing the laws so that these illegal immigrant children can go into Chicago public schools. Now, if you all can remember, there was this thing where if those mothers take their children over to what was considered a better school, then they could be charged with taking those children into other districts. But they relaxed all of that stuff, man, to accommodate these illegal immigrants. They were even giving, I think $1,000 or $1,500 to every illegal immigrant child at the beginning of the school year for uniforms and computers or whatever those parents needed for the illegal immigrant children. The banks were giving these people home loans. HUD was giving them first-time home buyer programs. All this stuff was being relaxed to accommodate these people, while our people were still being put under fire. They were even giving them free lawyers, and all of this is in this plan, y'all. Y'all can read this in the Chicago New Americans plan. They were giving them free lawyers at our expense. At our expense as the taxpayers, they were giving free lawyers to these illegal immigrants. And one of the places that they can go to was the Chicago Justice Center on California and Harrison. They were giving them free attorneys. They were giving them instructions after these people broke federal law. They were giving them instructions on how to deal with the police department or ICE or anybody that approached them. Where were these same free lawyers and instructions when our people were going through hell with mass incarceration?
Office for them, you're gonna have the same office.
I'm sorry, Mark.
That's right.
My fault. My fault.
You don't.
Go ahead.
Not my fault. I wanted to bring up the new plan real quick.
You saying something, Mark?
Yeah. Hold it, Mark. I want to say to those of you that's listening, this is very important. Okay, hold on. You can't hear me. Oh, hold on. Let me see if you hear me. Hold on. Let me see. Can you hear me now, Mark? Let's see.
Mark, I can't hear you.
Okay, hold on. Hold it. Let's see what's happening here. Let's see what's happening here. Hold on, Mark. Hold on. We don't want to miss out on this. Hold on. All right, let's see. All right.
Hey, Martin,
yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We can't hear you, Martin.
Okay, hold on. I don't know why y'all can't hear me. Hold on. Listen, people, they playing. Well, let me see this audio. This audio is right. So what y'all guys probably need to do is hang up and call back or something, because I don't know what the deal is. Let's see. Hold on. This is real important. And maybe you guys probably need to call back. Okay, I don't know what the deal is. Let's see.
Martin probably must have hit that same button again.
Call back, Mark. Yeah,
can y'all hear Martin? Because we can't hear him. Somebody
hang up, call back. Yeah.
You can hear Mark? Y'all can hear me?
They can hear Martin. Call back here.
Can y'all hear Mark Carter? I see y'all hear Martin, but y'all hear me? Y'all hear Mark?
Okay, hang up and call back. Okay. Mark, can you hear me?
Okay, so they said they can hear me, so I'll just keep going, and maybe Martin will come back in.
Okay, I'm here, Mark.
So,
I don't know what's happening. Go ahead.
And maybe y'all can keep putting the message in. I'll let him know that I can't hear him, but y'all can hear me. Okay, you hear me now, Martin?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Mark, maybe you need to hang up and call back.
Martin, can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you, though.
I don't think he can hear us.
Yeah, I can't hear Martin.
I hear you. Okay.
Tell Martin that we can't hear him. We can't hear him. Y'all can, but we can't hear him that on the phone.
Okay. Let's see. All right, people, we having a problem with the technical. I don't know what it is. This is so strange. It's so strange. It's so strange. They can't hear me, but I hear them. I hear them.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Martin. But I'll just keep just giving the information out because the listening audience and they can hear me, and then they can put comments in the yeah, we can't hear you, Martin.
Okay. Y'all hang up. Marcus, can you guys hear me? They can't hear me. Hold on. I'm sorry, people.
Okay, I'll call back.
Okay, call back.
The one thing said call back, so let me call back.
All right. Marcus, call back if you can't hear me. I don't know why they can't hear me. It's strange. This is strange. All right, people, it's strange. He's going to call back, and hopefully this works out. I don't know why. This is great information. Great information. While we're waiting on Mark Carter to return, make sure you hit that like button on YouTube, Facebook. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Subscribe. Hit like. Hit that like button, people. I have 50 people on YouTube. I should have at least 50 likes. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button.
Mark.
Okay, Mark. Can you hear me, Mark? Mark. Can you hear me? Wow. Isn't that terrible?
Martin, I still can't hear you.
You still can't hear me? Wow. Okay. Oh, wow. What we had to
the
do?
listening audience can hear me, but I can't hear you, Martin.
Oh, wow. That's strange. Check my microphone. Mic check. That's crazy, people. Settings. Let's see. Ain't that crazy, people? All right. Check my settings. All right. We'll check the settings. Good on that. They mess with the sound. All right. Vera Giles Norris, I see you, my partner. Missing, please come home. Make sure you follow that.
I still can't hear you, Martin.
You can't hear me?
Still can't hear you.
My goodness, that's strange. That's crazy.
Still can't hear you.
Can't hear me? Oh, wow. Let's see. Mark, I'm going to hang up and I'll call back. Hold on. Let me hang up. I'm going to call back. That's crazy, people. 872-290.
Hey, caller. This is Martin G, a.k.a. The Crime Chaser. Live, uncut, unedited broadcast. Just before you speak, please turn down all your audio. Please turn them off or down. And do not have us on speakerphone so we won't have an echo. And we'll be with you shortly. Thank you so much.
At the tone, please record your name for announcement.
Crime Chaser Martin G. Johnson. Okay, Mark, can you hear me?
Joined.
Mark, can you hear me now? Mark, you
Yes,
get
I hear you.
you hear me? Okay, that's what I guess it
Yeah.
was. All right, now go ahead, Mark. Listen, people, I apologize when you talking about some real stuff, getting together, making things happen. This is what happened. Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
Yeah. And so I could see that they said they could hear both of us, but I couldn't hear you. So we back.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me I forgot what point I was on, but I was just looking over the plan while you were connecting back, right? And another thing came to mind. When you go to that list where I showed you the African International House is the last organization.
Let me pull it up.
If you look at if you look at the last part of that paragraph, I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna connect some dots for y'all so y'all know who these organizations are. When y'all see A.T. Kearney, you see the Civic Consultant Alliance, right there. You see it say, and finally, thank you for the multiple partners that work with the Office of New Americans and the Advisory Committee on a pro bono basis through the Civic Consultant Alliance partnership over a period of 7 months. A.T. Kearney and the Civic Consultant Alliance loaned staff and conducted in-depth analysis to support the Office of New Americans and Advisory Committee. Downtown Partners, Chicago designed and created the final published plan. Finally, Res Publica worked with the Office of New Americans to build a communication strategy. Look, I want y'all to look up the Civic Committee of the Commercial Club. You ever heard of the Civic Committee of the Commercial Club, Martin?
No.
The Civic Committee of the Commercial Club are all of your major multi-million, multi-billion dollar corporations here in Chicago. This is the organization that was behind the dismantling of public education. That whole Renaissance 2010 program, and these are also the organizations that came up with that crime book, the crime book and all that. And they got you focused on these low-level so-called gang leaders while they were doing all the stealing and dismantling schools. And some of these major corporations, they're part of the Civic Committee of the Commercial Club. The Civic Committee of the Commercial Club. Now, what's going to shock you is you reading and informing yourself about the Civic Committee of the Commercial Club is that a lot of your black big companies are part of the Civic Committee of the Commercial Club. But I want y'all to do your homework on the Civic Committee of the Commercial Club. These are people who've been behind dismantling public education, disrupting the transportation system here. You're going to see families like the Crown family. You're going to see black people on here like Lester McKeever. What's the guy name with Area Capital? These people are sitting at the table with these other groups, man, undermining us. And now they orchestrated the school closings, and now they're orchestrating bringing in all these illegal immigrants. And these elected officials in the city council, the black ones, along with every other ethnic group of them, are also a part of what's happening to us when it comes to illegal immigration. A lot of these secret society members, I'm not going to say the whole organization, because it's not every body, because some of the members of these secret societies are getting stepped on no different than we are, who are non-members of these secret societies. And so if you're not part of the in crowd, it doesn't even matter if you're a member of the organization, you still get stepped on. But I'm just showing you how all this stuff just cross-sector one another. And it's all connected back to this liberal progressive agenda to uproot and push us out of these majority black cities that we're in. So when you look at a place like Atlanta, you think because there's a lot of black people down there that they would be for helping just say poor black people, but it's the exact opposite. They actually push the poor black people out. When you look at Techwood Homes with those projects down there, they push those black poor people out. And these were black people, black Americans who descended from slavery, who did this to poor black people down there after they made money off these poor black people. And then they turned around and welcomed the Nigerians and all these other immigrants, all the other immigrants into Atlanta, Georgia. So don't be fooled by this just because they look like us. And just because some of them are actually black Americans, they are the very ones who go along with the plan and are partner with the other groups to push us out. And again, do not refer to yourself as no damn African American. Africans are not on the team with us. Now, I just showed y'all the African International House and the United African Organization is partnered with the other groups. And maybe you should scroll back up. Okay. We're starting with this page, Martin.
What page?
And so they can see.
Okay.
There's a page that you're on now.
Mm-hmm.
And just take it slow so that they can see the names of these organizations.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Start with the African International House. Now, when they formed this committee, all those ethnic groups came to the table with one another to make sure their people were eating. Now, who you don't see in this plan at all is us. You do not see black Americans that descended from American chattel slavery in this plan nowhere. And you don't see any of the darker skinned immigrants saying, wait a minute, what about the black Americans? And so the hell with them damn Caribbeans and
hey, Mark,
can I say
something?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I looked up the Commercial Club of Chicago and I looked at the members and I see that they got a black man as the president, Derek R.B. Douglas, president of the Commercial Club of Chicago. The other members are white.
Mm-hmm.
So they say that kids first, but how can it be kids first and they close a school?
Exactly. Well, no, they mean kids first, just not our kids.
Mm-hmm.
They mean their children. It doesn't mean our children.
Mm-hmm.
And so what they're doing is through this New Americans plan is rolling out, or should I say, rolling us into non-existence. They're driving up the cost of rent and blocking us from getting loans, all this kind of stuff. Because in order to put it together, it took the business community, specifically the philanthropic community, the academic community, so these universities, these banks, and all different businesses, all of them came together to form this Office of New Americans and this Chicago New Americans plan. And so by the business community and academic community all being at the table, it spells out why the HCUs are Africans and Caribbeans. It spells out why you go to Target now and at first glance, you may think that that's a black American, but when they open their mouth, you clearly see that they're from Africa or the Caribbean. Now I'm speaking on the ones that have dark skin descent. Now on top of that, you got Mexicans and Chileans and Hondurans and all these other ethnic groups, Polish and if you look at this plan, you'll see that all those immigrant groups came together. You see the Muslim Women Resource Center. You see the Council on American Islamic Relations. All right?
Mm-hmm.
When you look at Miller Coors, I'm showing you how all the corporations, the universities, government on all levels. They came together to accommodate these people at the expense of us. And so the minute they walked into this country, they had jobs, contracts. The banks was helping them get loans to buy homes, to start businesses.
Now,
These people were becoming truck drivers, right?
hold it, Mark.
And they were starting to.
Hold it. This happened in the red state, right?
What's that?
What you just talking about? This happened right here in Democratic City, right? Ran. I want to put that out there.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
You know. Now look. I want you to go to the bottom of the page 46. Look at the bottom of page 46.
Okay,
Department of Agencies. Now, this is for everybody. Pay attention to page 46 at the bottom. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Watch what I'm going to show y'all. Let me show y'all something. Right? Bottom of page 46.
There it is. Department of Agencies.
Department and agencies, right? Look,
right.
Department of Business Affairs, Consumer Protection, Department of Cultural Affairs and Special Events, the Department of Family and Support Services. Now, let me stop at that point. The Department of Family and Support Services is where they were funneling all the monies to accommodate these immigrants as they were coming into this country. Pay attention specifically to that department because that's where they were funneling the money. And illegal immigrants could go to that office and get whatever services that they needed, right? Now let's keep going. The Department of Housing and Economic Development, the Department of Innovation and Technology. So a lot of these tech jobs and tech education resources. Now keep in mind, these are city departments, y'all, where these illegal immigrants could go to these departments and get the help that they need. The Department of Law, where they will provide lawyers and instructions on how to deal with ICE and the police, right? The Department of Public Health, the Commission on Human Relations, the Office of the Treasurer. Who's the Treasurer? Did anybody remember who the Treasurer is? Did anybody know who the Treasurer is? Melissa Kanye's wife, right?
Right.
Okay. Where she controls about $66 billion that is being invested everywhere but in the Black community. It's being invested all over the country, but not in the Black community. The Office of Emergency Management and Communications. And keep in mind, with a lot of these Black faces, these are your Masons, Eastern Star sorority fraternity members. They're not just any Black people. Stop looking at them like they just Black. No, the hell, they're not just Black. No, they're part of these different secret societies. All right? The Office of the Mayor, the Office of People with Disabilities. And then what's next? The Chicago Housing Authority, the Chicago Park District, the Chicago Police Department, the Chicago Public Libraries, the Chicago Public Schools, City Colleges of Chicago. Not only were they giving them resources, housing and everything, in all those departments, they were giving them jobs. They relaxed the rules to give them jobs working for the city. I woke up one morning, young guy. He couldn't be no more than about 18 years old. Couldn't even speak English. He had an earpiece in his ear, and the Black lady was training him on streets and sanitation. She was training him. He was a garbage collector. So all of this has been going on while our people are starving, while veterans are homeless, while children are going to school out of cars and sleeping on other people's couches. They were funneling all the resources over to illegal immigrants to take us out. And people say, man, why would you support Trump? Because I'm conscious and knowledgeable as to what was happening to our people under the Democrat agenda. And this had been going on since 2011. And prior to that, Barack Obama had rolled out the task force for Americans. Now, I'm in no love affair politically with no Trump and nobody else. But if Trump is going to come in and stop these illegal immigrants from flooding in and eventually taking over, then why not support the agenda that's going to put a stop to these groups of people that hurt my people? Now, if y'all look all over the country, no matter what city y'all in, I want y'all to Google your Office of New Americans. Google, no matter what city, like I say, Google the name of your city, your county, or your state with the words Office of New Americans. So just say Office of New Americans, Alabama, Office of New Americans, Cleveland, Ohio, or whatever, and you're going to see that they were rolling this out. It's the same plan. Now, I haven't even surfaced the 10 cities. We're talking over 2,000 and then gave sources to replace us in all the jobs and contracts and housing. While telling you about some white racist Republican that didn't even exist and that doesn't exist in most of these majority black cities. Again, y'all, we don't live in Republican cities. These are Democrat mayors in Democrat cities. Your elected officials in these majority Democrat cities look like you in most cases. And guess what they're doing? They're giving all the resources to everybody but you. And then to have a nerve, when you start talking about resources, you begging. They tell you begging. You begging while they giving your money and all your stuff over to illegals. Now, if y'all vote for these same people because y'all think that y'all cool with them, or some of y'all with y'all little selfish, petty little ish that you hold near and dear, bigger than the black agenda. If y'all vote for these same people, then whatever they do to y'all is y'all fault, especially y'all that's of age. Now, with this information that you're receiving tonight, if you turn around and vote for these same people versus running new people, and when I say run new people, I'm talking about people from amongst y'all. I don't give a damn about no Republicans or Democrats. I ain't no Democrat or Republican. I'm saying run candidates from amongst us. And you can run up under whatever party you choose to run up under, as long as you got that person has the mind to put us first. The Democrat Party and Republican Party are nothing but tools that we need to use to our advantage. You don't take no orders from nobody when it comes to the Democrat and Republican Party. I don't give a damn what they're saying. They don't own the Democrat or Republican Party. We can run who we choose to run, and we don't have to go along with nothing that they're saying. And so, man, maybe you can take some questions though, man.
Okay.
I can go on and on.
I know. I appreciate it. It's just so informational that you've given us this information. And if you notice, people, I've never heard any politician here in the city of Chicago, some that I support, some that I don't support, talk about this new American plan, Chicago, but never talk about it. Never, not even in private, especially not in public. They're not going to say it. And for those of you that don't know, you say, well, Martin, where can we find this? At all you have to do is Google. I'm going to show you what you Google. I'm going to put it right up on the screen so we didn't make this up now. This is nothing that was made up. All right. All right. So you said the Republicans got Project 2025. Well, what the Democrats got for us? The Chicago New Americans Plan, Building and Thriving. You Google this name right here that you see on this screen. And I'm looking for some callers. I want you to call 872-299-0808. Where are my callers? 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. Normally I have a bank of callers. Where the callers at? This is the information. This is vital information. Call and ask about where did he get this information? Where did it come from? So is there? Listen, people, listen. We need to hear this. I need some callers. My lines are open. Both lines are open. It's free. And we want you guys. I want to hear from you guys. I definitely want to hear from you. You know, with your comments and questions and stuff like that. So I'm telling you, people, this is what I'm telling you. Those of us, we need to be aware. To be aware is to be alive. Ask your local politician about this Chicago New American Plan. Ask them about that. Ask them.
And Martin, you know why they don't want to talk about it?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of them not only support it and still support it, but they voted for it. They voted for it. Hey, I'm going to show y'all all the mayors. Now, put up Cities for Action. Go to the website and pull up go to the website Cities for Action. Watch this though.
Okay, hold on. Go to Google. Cities for Action. Hold on. Cities
for Action.
Okay. Cities for Action. Oh, we got your call. Okay, I'm pulling that up. Okay. You want me to pull the screen up? Okay, hold on. All right, City for Action. I got that page, right? Oh, wow.
Okay.
Cities of country. Okay, let me put that up.
Read that first page.
It says
read that first page.
It says the first page says cities and counties are leaders in advancing action on immigration. Oh, wow. Wow.
No. That's not the page I'm talking about.
What's the page?
So
Okay.
I'm gonna read.
Okay.
Let me read it for you, right? You see it?
No,
you see it?
I'm trying to see. It's not the page. Hold on. All right. Let's see. Resources about us action. Okay. For the most recent activity.
Go to Cities for Action.
Okay.
No. Go to the website. Cities for Action's website.
Okay. I'm at the website.
Where it talks about. It says Cities for Action is a coalition of nearly 200 U.S. mayors and county executives. Do you see that?
No, let me look. Hold on.
Because I want you to put it up on the screen.
Okay, I'm once I find it, I'm definitely going to find it. Okay, I think I see it. Yeah, I see it. Oh, okay, it's going back for. Let me put the screen up. Let me share this. Let me hold on. Let me stop the other one.
Watch this.
Hold on, I'm finna put it up. Hold on. All right. Because it's moving. It's like it was up there, but it's moving. The screen is moving. Okay. All right. And it's up there on the screen now. If you can see it, it said the Cities for Action. The C4A is a coalition of nearly 200 U.S. mayors and county executive advocating for pro-immigrant federal policies and launching innovative, inclusive programs and policies at the local level. Wow.
Our leaders have joined forces to create stronger and safer cities by driving the national debate, embracing new immigrants, and engaging with stakeholders to win on immigration policy. Now, when you open Cities for Action, it talks about our leaders, and it's going to give you every city and county leader, starting with Alameda, California, and cities that we talking cities that we live in, man. I mean, it's gonna blow your mind, man.
Wow.
And the mayor of Chicago is on it. If you go to our leaders, hit where it say our leaders.
Okay, let me see where it say our leader.
It should be at the
About us.
About us.
I got it. Okay. I'll
About us.
read.
Hit
Okay.
about us and then hit
Okay.
our leaders.
I hit it. It's here. I got it up here. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, because it's gonna start shifting to show you all
Right.
the different mayors.
Right. Wow.
You got hit our leaders.
I hit. There go Bear Brandon right there.
There you go. See all the mayors?
Wow.
I'm here. Look, these are the mayors. It's for the immigration
See,
stuff.
this is the reason why they don't want to talk about it. This is the reason why they don't want to have this conversation.
Right.
Because they don't want y'all to know that they have all agreed to give these cities over to immigrants.
We got a couple of callers up, Mark. We got but let's acknowledge our callers. Okay, thank you for the information. Okay, I'll see you too. Not yet. Caller 6387. I believe is a female. Hey, my dear sister.
Hi, Brother Martin. How are you?
I am great. And yourself?
I'm good. I just want to thank you for having Mark on. I have been trying to chase Mark down, but I am so glad that he is still on the path talking about this. I learned about the New America Plan, I think about a year and a half ago when we first went up to city council. And once you start reading it and once you start learning about it, your eyes open. It's like the Matrix because you start seeing it everywhere. And you start seeing that this has been going on right in front of your eyes. They're doing it right in front of us. I live on the north side. When I moved back here from being gone for 20 years, I was looking for the black. There are no black people up here. Everybody up here that is black skinned is not from this country. In Rogers Park area, we're not here anymore. We're not here. So from up here, if you think about it, no longer are there the black population has died. Now when you go closer into Wicker Park in the city, we're gone. And so now what do? They put all of these illegals on the south side of Chicago to replace us. It is so clear to me because I'm up here and I'm telling you, it is like death by hatchet instead of 1,000 cuts because people who live here, they don't see it. But when you leave and you come back, it's like it's like invasions of the body snatchers. Not to mention, right, and I'm going to say this and land, right before the invasion, they had, like right up here on Clark Street, they had this one little storefront. And it would be open all night, but you could see like something where you could tell that they were teaching them something about electricity, all these different trades. And it was just this one storefront. And I would see a lot of Hispanics going there. But then after the invasion, all of a sudden it got all this money. It went from that one storefront to a whole city block called the American College. They got the Tesla Center, the this, the that, electric, plumbing, and everything that they took out of our schools. Every trade that they took out of schools for our children. And this is the last thing I'm going to say. We have to really start to love ourselves because there ain't no way in hell that we should think that it's okay when our babies are beaten on a bucket for a quarter for another group to come in and then us to pay on our dime. We are taking care of their children, their fathers, and their mothers. And our children are out here suffering. You got to not love yourself to think that that's okay. And so Martin, I'm glad you had Mark on. Mark, keep doing what you're doing. Mark, this is Charmaine. Love you both. Love you brothers both. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to go.
See, Charmaine, let me say this to Charmaine. And with the kids beating on the bucket for a quarter, they don't even want them to do that. And we're talking about our own people, our own Black American people who
tell the truth,
who have
and
are calling the police on, who are calling the police on the children for beating the bucket. So, and those same highfalutin, hateful Black folks, you know what I'm saying, they're descendants from slavery just like us, will turn around and cry for these immigrant children and take care of them. And so the days have long gone that we gonna follow
shame them. The devil.
That's right, brother. Go ahead, brother.
The days are going where we're gonna follow them and listen to them. We're gonna put people from amongst us in power. We're gonna make sure we vote for people that push our agenda No longer will we allow them to pick our leadership. We don't give a damn what they say, because tried and proven, it's crystal clear that they hate us. These people hate us. And
Hey,
so
Mark,
I want to get.
can I just throw
Hold
out
it
here?
before. Hold it 1 minute, because I want to get this phone number out.
Okay.
Right? I want y'all I want y'all to have people that you know, whether they're formerly incarcerated or not, that need jobs and opportunities, to join this second chance and this jobs movement that we are pushing, right? And this is for all of us, man. See, we cannot afford to discriminate against our people at this point. And so I want y'all to text this number. Write it down, y'all. Write this number down. Get your pen. I'll give you a couple seconds to get your pen. Write this number down. And anybody you know, former incarcerated or not, with a degree or not, I don't give a damn if they got a GED or whatever. Text me to this number. Send me the application. I want y'all to say, send me the application, right? Of an online application where not only are we helping you get jobs, but we want you to fill out the application, so we'll have your phone numbers and all type of information as different resources come open. Whether it's housing, jobs, contracts, whatever. I mean, we have to become a family to protect and support our people. And the number is 872-364-0147. That's 872-364-0147. Okay? And I mean, any and everybody that you know, please, please, please have them to text this number, and so that I can send them the information. Let me make sure that it's the right number.
That's the right number. That's the correct number. I'll put it up on the screen. That's the correct number.
So again, put it on the screen. 872-364-0147. If you got any nieces or men and women in your family that have been trying work or whatever, text this number so we can send the pre-application to them. And no matter what resource that they need, we're going to be at their disposal to find those resources. And let me say this to us. I don't know if we know, but there's so many illegals who are leaving on their own, and then others who have been removed by.
I don't know what happened.
These are opening up like flies, man. All this and everything. A lot of these vacant and abandoned houses, they're vacant and abandoned because these Venezuelans and all of them who were getting these home loans and everything have just vacated back to the South, and some across the border since Trump has been in office. And so these opportunities are opening up for us. And then you have the law in three, how they've been able to accommodate these illegal immigrants jobs and contracts. And so there's a lot of jobs and contracts that are opening up. I had a meeting recently at HUD downtown with the Assistant Secretary HUD. The Assistant Secretary was just here. We talked about section and how all those jobs and contracts go to American citizens, not illegals. But this is many opportunities for us right now. Talk about that they were
you're breaking
they
up.
Were being funded through the fund. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're breaking up for some strange reason. All this good information is coming over the airways, and it just, man, it is crazy. But I hear you, Mark. Well, hold it right there. Yeah, let's take another caller. Let me take this caller because I'm quite sure, and we can get back. The number is still on the screen: 872-364-0147. 0147. The number's up on the screen, people. So if you don't have a pen, you can screenshot it. Okay, area code 206. Come on, my brother. What's your question, comment, or thought? Then you next, Marcus. Go ahead. 206. You're going to unmute yourself.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm talking and I'm muted. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Good being with y'all. Thank you, Mark, for coming in. And Martin, thank you for another good show.
Mm-hmm.
Martin's got 51 watching and 40 likes. Let's see if we can get it up to 50 likes, y'all. So hit the like button.
Please.
All I wanted to say, and all I wanted to say is this right here. And I want people to understand what I'm saying. A lot of times we hear about how innocent the immigrants are and it's not their fault and they just want a better life and blah, blah, blah. These are mostly lies. The issue is these people, especially the Hispanics, not just the Hispanics, but particularly the Hispanics and particularly the Mexicans, these people know for sure that they are here to replace us. And they came here for that purpose. They know that the fruits that America has to offer that we have earned 100 times over, that's denied us, they've come here so the dominant society can give that to them, and they haven't invested or earned anything in this country, absolutely nothing. These people know that their presence harms us as a group, and they know it. They do it intentionally. They enjoy it. If you get in debate with them, they'll laugh in your face about it. So don't forget, these immigrants, whether they be from Ukraine, Russia, Croatia, Mexico, Honduras, China, wherever, they are not innocent. They are among the legions of enemies that want to destroy the Black community in this entire country. They want to destroy the culture and fabric of this country. And they want to turn the United States, or they're willing to be tools used to turn the United States into a third world hellhole that most of them came from. So let's not forget that point. I'll land my plane.
Marcus?
Okay, so what I want to say is, Mark and Martin, when you get a chance, go up on Grand, go up on State and Grand. The migrants, the illegal migrants, they do DoorDash. They got that down packed. They're doing all the food deliveries. They're giving them bikes. One person even told me they get $3,000 from the government. Because when I'm not doing photography for the paper, I do it. But it's hard as heck for the ones who are here to do it. We may get 1 or 2 orders a day. They getting all the orders, and they hang together. They sit there right there by that jewel. You can't miss them. They own electric bikes that were given to them.
Okay, Mark, earlier we talked about that. A lot of illegals are leaving jobs. They're going back. We've been seeing videos of Chicagoans and fighting with the ICE. People, they would rather have immigrants working on their houses, cutting their grass, cooking for them, working for them, everything. People that look like you and I, they don't believe nothing good can come from blacks. They're working this people. They're working with this system. They're working with and some of you bougie black people, some of you broke black people that hate black people, don't see nothing good can come from black people. You are right with the program. And I'm telling the truth and shame the devil. You're right with the program. This is serious business. We've been forewarned and everything. We're going to wake up one day, America's going to look like all immigrants. And our people sleeping. Go ahead, brother.
See, Martin, let me say this to us. And see, because we love our people so much, we're going to organize those who don't know, the ones who want to know, and the ones that we have already given the information to, right?
Right.
We're going to organize ourselves, and we're going to separate from the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
All those that hate being black, while we love being black, we gonna separate from them. You hate being black, you hate black people. It's time we get them together and we show them how to separate from these people. I don't care if they're some of their own family members. Y'all get away from y'all family members if they show signs of hating black people. They're detrimental to you as a people. Everybody, because they're your blood relatives, don't mean you should automatically be on the team with them, because some of them are not on the team with you. And so when we draw that line in the sand, let them choose what side they want to be on. And when they choose their side, then we must, all the rest of us,
that's right,
that are on loving black people and love being black. Hey man, we go about our business. We make sure that all of our people get housing, jobs, contracts, and everything. And to all the ones that hate us, hey, we get the hell away from them. See, they don't believe that we'll separate and segregate from them. And guess what? Even when we separate and segregate from them, we still give them a chance to come back. But if they think that we're going to go along to get along the way they've been doing our people for the last 50 years with that elitism and all that, man, we don't care nothing about them, and we're going to get the hell away from them. You know what I mean? They just as racist as they try to tell you the Ku Klux Klan is. Don't you think that because they look like you and they black Americans, that they can't be just as hateful as any other group of people? As a matter of fact, they're worse than those other group of people. Because these people are descendants of slavery like we are. And so we're going to get the hell away from them. We're going to separate from them. This time we show them that we ain't nothing to play with. And let them go on over there with them Irish and them Jews and everybody else that they love so much. You go over there with them, and we're going to come over here. You go over there with you black and brown and African Americans.
You're breaking up, Mark.
All of that stuff is, yeah.
You're breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
See, all of those are code words for a mess over us. All that stuff is anti-us, Martin. When you hear them say black and brown and people of color, minority, BIPOC, all those are code words for look out for everybody but us. And some of them that are part of that are even some of our family members. We got to get away from these people. We got to separate and segregate from them. Chicago is already a segregated city. Then it's time for us to segregate from those that show signs of hate toward us. We don't owe no explanation or owe it to give a damn thing to nobody because they come here hungry. We got people that's hungry already. And so I ain't got time to be crying for nobody else. Mexicans can go cry for Mexicans. Jews can cry for Jews. Black sellouts can cry for black sellouts. Now we must go over here and build areas to sustain our people based on the fact that they are descendants of slavery and we deserve to be treated even better than every other group that comes in new. We will never give them our reparations. And so make sure that y'all text, send a text to the number, and then tell the person that y'all text to send it to 10 other people, 100 other people. Let's hurry up and organize this movement around supporting those that support us. Let's hurry up and start demanding further that jobs and contracts be given to us no different than they give it to illegal immigrants. You're not going to change what's happening to you by sitting back, being cool, being nice, hoping that it's going to happen. No, that's not how it works. No, you got to get into action. You got to organize. You got to get on board with those with like minds. That's how you force these, especially black politicians, to cut us in on what's going on, to give us our resources no different than they voted for illegal immigrants. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, okay, we got another caller too. Let me just say this before the caller come in. People, we have to fight. And, we sitting still. We've been praying for 400 years. People, we have to get out here and fight. We have to fight. Let's take this new caller. 0110. 0110. Come on, caller. Last 4 digits. Caller. Caller, you know your last 4 digits? You just called in 708. Area code 708. Maybe that'll help you out. Hello, caller.
Maybe you muted.
Yeah, I didn't mute it. They didn't they probably listened and probably ain't got the radio turned on. It's probably get a delayed. That's probably what happened because they in 708. Call, are you there? All right. Well, they left. They're afraid. Probably one of the white people calling in. They want to talk. Well, I mean, if you're Spanish, Hispanic, or African, you're welcome to call in. We'd like to hear from you. We'd like to hear from you. We're not ducking and dodging. No questions tonight. Where my call is 872-297-6389. All right. Where are you, callers? Where are the callers? All right. Hey, Mark, this is...
Well, you know, Mark.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Mark.
I think what's going to take place is now that we are back, together, and I think we should do this more often, and that will cause us to build up the audience. We'll build the audience back up the way we had it, because oh man, we used to have the whole city on board with us, right? And so let's build it up, and because man, our people need us, man, especially our young people.
Yes.
Man, it's shameful and really heartfelt, man, to see that our own people who are in these positions of power rather give all resources to illegal immigrants and their children at the expense of our children, and not have a heart to see that these children are dying and going to jail and frustrated. And I get it, bro. I get why our children are so hostile. I get it. That's why I'm not hard on them. And it upsets me to hear any older person. It upsets me to hear them be so hateful and mean, and the things that they say about these children. And so we're gonna embrace them.
Okay.
We're gonna show them how to win. We're gonna guide them in the right direction so they don't die and go to jail. Because you got a lot of our people, man, who will literally say out of their mouth how much they hate these children. And so we're gonna take them and embrace them, and we're gonna separate from these hateful black folks. We don't care if you're old, you're a woman, you're some kin to us, you're the pastor, you our uncle. If you are going against us, we're gonna go against you.
Period.
You won't fool us and get us to stand down with this talented test mindset that you got. That we're not operating in that day and time where y'all come in and you dictate what goes on. Those days are over. And it would be in your best interest to get the hell away from us. Or we get into it with you. And man, I take offense to it, man. And even when I'm talking about it, it brings out a certain level of anger in me. Being an over 50-year-old man that's involved and that know what's happening. I'm not going to lie to these children. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything to get along and go along with none of these so-called special black folks. I don't care about those special black folks. I care about the people that have been thrown in the garbage can of society. That's what I care about first and foremost. And now if you feel like you with that elitist crowd and you want to turn over a new leaf and come with us, okay, cool. But any of that old hateful, think you better than everybody, we're going to treat you like the enemies that you are. And we're not going to lose a wink of sleep embarrassing you. We don't care what you think about what we're saying or what we're doing. Now, again, take your ass on away from us now. Going over there now.
Yeah, we got a new caller. We got I believe that's Bill. Hey, Bill. Glad you called in.
Hey, what's going on, Martin? Hey, Mark.
Mm.
Man, I we have identified who the enemy is. It's basically, as far as I'm concerned, anybody that can't put black before anything else. I don't care about no sororities, fraternities, no GDs, vice lords. If you can't be black first, then you're a problem. We know that our clergymen, pastors, ministers that sold us out. We know the majority of our elected officials, local and federal, have sold us out. And we can't sit back and let them dictate what goes on with us and what we deserve or whatever the case may be. I don't care about the people that's in entertainment, sports stars or whatever. It's more of us than it is of them. And if we stand 10 toes down, I think we the ones who got the power. We the ones who gonna be doing God's work. Because there's been a lot been revealed in the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't see, not just from what y'all put up on the screen and the migrants bombarding America, you got to be blind to the fact, man. The writing on the wall. I've seen a trend. Now, the difference between what's going on in the urban areas, you and Martin just, you just mentioned it. Martin been talked about it on the show. People would chime in and say, yeah, who gonna pick the fruits and vegetables? These people ain't here to come here and pick no fruit and vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no fruit and vegetables in Inglewood or Lawndale. And Mark just named the city jobs that they getting. Most of those jobs are union jobs. You think they getting paid penny? They getting paid the same thing everybody else getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Tell
think
the truth and shame the devil.
I think America as a whole, Democrats and Republicans, with the immigrants being here, are complicit. And it's way bigger than most of us black people can see. I see it. I'm a truck driver. I mentioned this on the show a while back. I travel the Midwest. Now, I go into rural areas not too long ago. I see a whole shift, like 100 to 150 immigrants working. They didn't just come there by themselves. But what I can say, the difference between urban areas and these rural areas, and that's not the only one. It's even been in Indiana, is a red state. I've seen it happen in Indiana. The difference is the people in those rural areas, they're not selling their own out the way our people are up here selling us out. They gonna make sure all of they white teenagers, young white are working in these rural areas. And then the migrants can work behind them, whether it's construction, warehousing, or whatever. I've seen it. And I noticed the trend maybe 6 years ago, 5 years ago or so. But up here, what they doing is totally different. Our people are not speaking up for us. They not making sure that their own people are getting these jobs and getting this training. That's why I say it's bigger than our eyes can see. Yeah, we need to hold the Democrats accountable because we see exactly what's going on in a Democrat city, state. So they need to be held accountable. I don't see nobody saying I'm sitting on the couch. What does that do? If somebody hits you, you got to hit them back.
Period.
You got to hit them back. That's all I got to say.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, he said a mouthful, people. This thing is real. But I mean, it is real. We don't want to talk about it. I know we got African friends, we got Spanish friends, Latin friends, Jewish friends, we have white friends. I'm speaking personally. And we don't want them to know that we're in groups like this because they're going to think of us being a certain way. Listen, people, our people are out here starving, killing each other, snatching and grabbing, drive-by and shooting. Our people need help.
Hey, Martin, guess what?
Go ahead, bro.
And all those that you just named, they got some black friends.
Mm-hmm.
But they still ain't gonna put them black friends in front of their own people.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
That's right.
We only fools that think because we got another race of people, a couple of friends in other races. Hey, they don't care how cool they are with you. When it comes down to getting in their corner, they're gonna get in their corner against you.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't care nothing about it. Matter of fact, if you want to stay my friend and you're another ethnic group, you better get on board and support of what I'm talking about, or the hell with you. I ain't got to be your friend no more.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the hell away from me. I don't need you. I don't need nobody that came after slavery that thinks that their people should be in front of mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's why it's hard for me to have other ethnic groups, friends in other ethnic groups. Because I ain't gonna stop saying what needs to be said for my people. And if they don't like it, we don't have to be cool no more. You can get the hell away from me. Take your ass over there with your people. Now, I don't think we've been bold enough to say these things, even though we boldly say stuff to each other. When it comes to other ethnic groups of people, we want to walk on eggshells and be cool and be nice. I ain't one of them people. I don't know how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so, you know, what really been upset me is these old phony Pan-Africans, the Black Americans, lab baiting, always pouring out some of they lab baiting and with them old mustache dashikis on. I don't want to hit on that stuff, man. You can't show me none of them damn Africans that's on board with us. That's why I don't go no damn African fest with all that shit made in China out there. You know? Come on, they having an African fest. Well, why the Africans don't come around your ass until that time of year and they can make money off you, and then they go back to the north side and all over the state.
Mark.
And so them Black Americans, yeah.
Let me say something. If you ever notice at the African Fest, you never see Africans. You only see them selling. They never come there to buy. It's always African Americans, blacks, whatever you want to call us. They don't even come to their own African Fest. Just think about it. Just those of you,
know
that,
why?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know why? The reason why they don't come is because they know our people, our Black Americans, got an affection for them, and they like to be made a fool out of. You know what I mean? People selling you stuff made in China. You ever go over there and flip some of the stuff upside down? All them fools over there buying drums and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's stuff made in China. And so that's why I'm not listening to no dashiki wearing Black Greek, Mason or Eastern Star on the weekend. Man, I don't want to hear none of that stuff, man. I got too old and I'm very clear, which makes me very clear on the game that's being played on our people. And as many young people as I can inform, and open their eyes so they be very clear also what's happening, I'm going to keep informing them. And to y'all that's up in age, if you ain't figured it out by now, I don't know what the hell to tell you. If you get all the way on board with us, or we're going to keep talking to these young people. Because some of y'all too damn old for me to be wasting my time. I'm over 50. And so I ain't got time to be talking to nobody over 50 years old that want to argue with us and tell us why we should love everybody else. And I tell them all the time, since you love them other people so much, take your ass over there with them. We don't need you over here with us. Stop trying to get us to BIPOC and black and brown. Man, we don't believe in none of that stuff. We live in a segregated city for a reason. Because everybody should be separate in each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's called the city of neighborhood. That's why you got Chinatown for the Chinese, Greek town for the Greeks. And then when we get over in the black area, they tell us, "Oh man, y'all should love everybody." We're people of color. Man, I don't want to hear none of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear about your damn pronouns because your black ass think you part of the LGBT movement. I don't want to hear nothing about no feminist movement. Man, all those that stuff that's anti-black. Don't tell me about because you gay. You with the LGBT. You ain't no LGBT. The LGBT movement is for everybody but you. So don't be telling me about no LGBT and your pronouns. You take your ass up the boys' town. You move your ass away from us too. And y'all women, be steady talking that old feminist talk with them white women. Move y'all ass on over there with them too. Now we love all black people. Black American descendants of slavery, exactly. Now, if you gay, and hey, and you understand that you black first, cool. You always been in our neighborhood. Or don't you bring that LGBT shit to me. That feminist shit to me. That Pan-African. I don't care nothing about none of that stuff, Martin. I know that stuff is anti-black.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you know
them anti-black movements.
You know how you know that it's a movement. You think about, I'm older than you, Mark. I'm 63. We have embraced our gay, we call them sissies or whatever. They still was ours. We didn't kick them out the neighborhood. They left on their own. But if you look at every other culture, white, Asian, they didn't have no tolerance for they gays and they in their nationality. We the only ones that you couldn't talk about a brother that got another gay brother or think you gonna put your hands on him. Not where we came from. You had a problem.
It was our family. They were our family. But see, when they started talking about they part of the LGBT movement, knowing that that's a racist movement. Don't you know the LGBT movement hates black gays and lesbians?
Yeah.
And see, they don't want you to know that. Start asking them when you from now on. And how does the LGBT movement teach y'all? You know,
Mark, just like I just said, look at you've been around. Look at all the other cultures. They don't have no tolerance. So it's hate. We the ones that loved ours. They didn't love theirs.
No, but I'm saying to you, the LGBT movement is a movement that hates black people that's gay.
Yeah, I agree.
Some of the biggest anti-black gays are those in the LGBT movement. And see, you know, you got some of our people where they gay us straight. They can't wait to get their tongue on the white ass. They don't care what type of ass it is, Mexican ass, Italian ass. They want to, you know what I mean? They want to kiss them somebody else's ass. You know, stick their tongue all up in the people's ass. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm telling you.
You go too far.
You know the truth.
Okay, we got
I forgot you say you're on YouTube. I don't want to get you kicked off
Please
YouTube.
don't get me kicked off.
Man, you already know what these people be on.
Yeah, you know.
See, the problem is we've been letting them get away with this stuff, man. Stop letting them get away with all this stuff that they've been doing, man. You know what I mean? I don't care if you some kid to me. You better not, man, don't come around me talking about no damn pronouns. I don't care nothing about none of that stuff. I don't want to hear nothing about no Africans. The only thing I want to hear about African is when they left. And when you gonna leave? Get the hell away from us. Hell, I want to talk to some people that stole us. But I want to be aligned with some people that sold us. And that I just showed y'all that they partnered with all them other immigrants. And then people started talking about they paying Africans. You better get when your ass gonna be paying your family? When you gonna be paying these black cities you live in? Always old lie baiting ass niggas. I don't want to hear nothing from them, man. Look, get the hell away from me with all this lie baiting and lying and with them old mustache dashikis on and you know what I'm saying? Man, look, take your ass up north with them then.
Stop it, Mark. Yeah.
If you think about it, how is it that all these immigrants, and I'm not just speaking of the Latin ones, the Africans, the Ukrainians, they come here with a strong dislike for black people. That means if you have never been here, somebody is teaching you this where you came from before you even had an experience with a black person. So if there's an agenda where you came from in all these different places, it had to be given to you from somebody that was here. Black people better wake up.
But see, you know, one thing that I always paid attention to, and I follow the strategy, and that is to go and organize as many young people as possible, and that's the military. The military don't want our old ass. We talk back too damn much. They go to high schools, man, and go recruit children. Us grown folks, we talk back too goddamn much, and they're gonna be knowing sometime half of what we talking about. I just want to go against everything. Always got an attitude. Man, look, I'm going to talk to these young people. I ain't got time to be talking to no old fools. I'm like Noah, you know what I'm saying? Let them drown. The Bible said let them die off. Run in the wilderness and die off. You want to be an old fool? I'm getting away from you. If I want to see an old fool, you know what I'm saying? I can be an old fool myself. I'm over 50 years old. And so I'm not interested in being around no older people, but the ones that want to see us progress as a people. If you over 50 years old and you ain't woke up by now and you want to argue about staying asleep, I'm going to let you stay asleep. I'm getting the hell away from you. I don't care if I ever see you. You can be some kin to me, and I don't care if I ever see you. I'd rather go get these babies, man, than deal with some of these old crazy fools, man. Man, save the babies, man. Yeah, and all other people that's of age, Martin, we link up with them. The ones that love being black, that love our children, we link up with them. And then we go get these young people and let the rest of them wander in the wilderness till they die. So they're not going to listen, man.
You got another caller? We're going to take this. We're going to take this final call. Sarge, go ahead, Sarge.
Hey, what's going on, man?
All right, now we're here. Come on with it.
Yeah, well, I heard a comment. Somebody was saying how they come to this country and got a certain image of whatever it is as a black. that image has been put out all over the world, a bad image of black men that's been going on for decades. See, wherever you had wars at and you had people going fighting these wars, you had black men that were demonized, you know, to the locals. Oh, you don't want to mess with them because they'll do this and they'll do that. Now, you know, and they're, well, yeah, we're going to believe them because they're here to save us from whatever the saving situation is going on. So for that reason, that's the reason you have all of that. Now, the thing that tickles me, when you get them Africans and they get to talking a certain way, and I'd be like, okay, well, didn't you come to my country for a come up? You know, if Africa and all the Africanism and this and that, all that stuff is so great, why are you there? I mean, who would leave the land of milk and honey to go to a food desert? You see what I'm saying? So, you know, but people, you got a lot of confused folk. They don't know what they got, what to do with it, what side of the bread that's buttered. You know what I mean? So they just going with what's popular.
Let me say this to you, Sarge.
Yeah, go ahead.
You see how we recognize that these people are against us, and they talk against us. Well, guess what we have to do? We gotta talk against them. We gotta turn our people against them. See, it's time to fight fire with fire. We've been doing this wrong, man. You fight hate with love, and oh hell no, we gonna fight hate with hate. You know what I'm saying? We've been too nice. We gonna pray. We gonna PREY because we've been PRAY too damn long, on our knees and just beg and please and no. We're not teaching our children that weak. Matter of fact, the same black folks that's telling us to PRAY for everybody else and be nice to them, don't them black folks be raising hell with black people?
Mm-hmm.
Even the ones that claim to be so Christian-like, they be cussing and screaming and hollering at black folks, and then they get around everybody else and get to talk whispering and being nice, you know what I'm saying? And so we're not listening to them no more. People hate us. Yeah. No, listen, if when people show us they hate us, then we must teach our people to hate them. I only read the Old Testament. There's a lot of stuff in the New Testament, you know what I'm saying? Man, I can't read that. I like the eye for an eye. I like the part where they talk about God hated his enemies and got rid of them. And you know what I'm saying? That, man, look, I like the Jesus that kicked the table over. You know what I'm saying? The New Testament is too meek and weak and humble. And no. That ain't working. Ain't nobody been cooler and nicer than black folks. And you still getting kicked. And so I want everybody to get one of them old Bibles that's only the Old Testament is in. You notice when we was kids, they had got rid of the Old Testament and used to give us them little bitty Bibles with number of the New Testament. You remember that, Martin?
Mm-hmm.
They used to give us a little bit of Bible. It was only the New Testament.
Yeah, I remember.
No, we read the Old Testament now. Yeah, yeah.
I never looked at it
want to
like
read
that.
the Old Testament
Because in the Old Testament, they was going to war. They was going to war. They was slaughtering people.
Hey, the Old Testament said that you can whoop some ass. That's what the Old Testament told you. Whoop some ass. Love them. And they told you to love them, hate them.
Yeah, well, many know my opinion on all of that. You know, you had a doggone land where there was none of that, and that got introduced to the people on that land. Now you get the doggone lost souls of that land in this country, and they take that for true. I can't do it. I can't lie to myself like that. I ain't gonna do it. Now for them that do, hey, I don't argue nobody's faith. They believe that book is the truth according to whatever truth, I don't argue against them. I have not, I will not, since I was a child. It's almost like I was born not believing that text document, because I'm going to look at stuff exactly out my eyes and see what it is, if it makes sense, if it don't. That's like when a parent, they're going to tear it up. Make you go get a switch off a tree, and they're going to tell you, this going to hurt me more than you. No, it ain't. I'm going to be crying and screaming. You're going to be swinging. That don't make no sense.
Okay,
I'm one of them kind of kids.
Okay, we're going to close it out.
That's why
Go ahead, finish up. Finish landing your plane, then we're going to close it out.
Okay, yeah, I was one of them kind of kids. That's the reason, some of the stuff that I said was considered to be disrespectful. It wasn't. It was actually, this is what's real. You're not going to tell me black is blue and blue is black and green is yellow. This is what it is. Now, until you can prove different to me, and it makes sense to pass the common sense test, then, it'll work. I mean, that's like Snoop Dogg. Did you see that thing with his grandson talking about how they got a baby and that's two women? Two women can't make no baby, Pawpaw. You see that video? Yeah. And he gonna try to explain. Just watch the movie. You can't explain. The kids are smart. Have been smart since we were kids. You can't explain stuff that don't make no sense to a kid and make it make sense.
Hey, bro. Look. I'm always.
And that's why I land my plane.
Go ahead, Mark. Close us out.
Look. I be on Twitter Spaces. So when I'm on Twitter Spaces, you have a couple of them fools talking about they women, men talking about they women, and so I just keep it real plain. If you say you're a woman, then have a baby then.
Thank you.
Since you say you're a woman, have a baby then. Prove me you're a woman. Have a baby then. Crazy. You're a psychopath. I'm talking about some what they be saying, a gender dysphoria. No, you suffering from gender insanity. That's what you suffering from.
You said
gender insanity. Yeah,
I tell them they trisexuals. They trying to be some type of sexual thing that they'll never be.
Yeah. Like you a woman. Well, get pregnant then.
See, Martin, that's the reason my Facebook page and Twitter got removed.
I know. And y'all ain't gonna get mad taking off either. All right.
Hey, look, old mustache man talking about you a woman. You lost your mind.
Okay, y'all. Listen, this is where we tell the truth and shame the devil.
Tell the truth.
And shame. All right. Thank you, Mark, for coming on here. We got to at least hook up once a week, man. We have to do it, and to stay on it, to stay focused.
Man, we can do it more than that, man. The people need what we bring. We can do it more than that if you want to. It don't matter to me.
Yeah. So if you people,
ain't nothing more important than informing our people.
Right. If you've enjoyed yourself with the truth tonight, let me hear you just say yes. Put yes in the comment section, whether you're on Twitter, X, YouTube, or Facebook. If you enjoy yourself, you learned something tonight that you didn't know, hit yes in the chat. Want to see? Yeah. Hit yes in the chat. Because there was a lot that came together tonight, and we talked about a lot of things. Me and Mark got to get up and go to work tomorrow. I think Mark, he entrepreneur, self-employed. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Let me see them. Yes, hit the yes and like in the chat. If you learned something tonight, if we told you something or said something that you didn't know tonight, hit yes in the inbox. I mean, in the chat. Hit yes in the chat. The way we want to see, yeah. And see, and sometimes the truth is very hard to accept. But again, we put the proof up. We showed you some things you see. Let's see. All right. Again, Mark, say your telephone number again.
Yes. So everybody, please text me at 872-364-0147. And I'll send you a copy, I'll send you the link for our pre-application for jobs and other resources. So there's 872-364-0147. 872-364-0147.
I'm gonna put
Thank
it
you
up
for
on.
having me tonight.
Okay, no problem. 364-0147. I'll put it on the screen so you guys can have it. All right. All right. All right. Again, people, appreciate you for tuning in. Hit that chat button if you learned something tonight. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. We just here trying to educate our people. We got to keep you educated. All right. You already know what it is.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
I love being black. Do you really love being black? Prove it to us. I dare you love to be